going to share with you my project, DocWeave. This is a command line interface tool that analyzes all the key repositories that we have. So it analyzes all the commits and all the information and comments that we have on it. And it generates visual diagrams of the documentation using GitHub Copilot so it understands what has done and the importance or relevance of each one of these changes. So here's like all the information available you want to see in the public repo. And what DocWeave does is to generate files like this, changes, diagrams, integration. So I'm going to show to you really fast these diagrams and before going into the execution. You can see like all the diagrams that we can see here to understand like what we done in the first commit, what happens after, what we add, what has been deprecated, and so on. So before going into the code, I want to show you here my Copilot features usage in chat message. We have 46%. So we're going to jump into the code right now and we're going to see how it grows. So before going and executing all of that, I have here the Copilot integration. We can see that it sends prompts directly into the Copilot CLI. And here's like all the information available if you want to see how it works in the back. Now we're gonna run the command. So with DocWave analyze last, it's gonna analyze the last commit that we have in the DocWave repository. You just click enter and it starts analyzing. This is live, so it detects the key repository, the repository path, because it is cloned into my computer. So it checks for that Git folder into my project and it starts to analyze it. So this is the last comment that I did. Git ignore modifies and readme improved and it's generating the documentation. Maybe it's gonna take a while, but before that, we're gonna see here it's 46%. And if I reload here in the Copilot, now it has 50%. And it is because we are calling directly GitHub Copilot from our interface. So here's generating documentation. Documentation will be available here. So here this one is being updated by the interface. And sometimes it looks around 1 minute, but taking out that it analyzes all the commit and all the code to generate diagrams, to generate documentation. It also generates a narrative to understand what is behind. And here we have all the information and all the changes that each generate. These are all the changes. So if we add everything, let's see, testing live. Yep, and let's do a push just to see how all the markdown files looks on the GitHub repo. Now we come back to the repo and here we have testing live, only DocWeave docs were modified. And this is the diagrams we want to show you. And for sure, here we have our last commit satisfied, DocWeave, yes, and user generated. And here is our last commit, recent changes, file modified. This was the last commit that from DocWave analyzed it. So that's the project, meaning that we can now have all the information of multiple projects this way really fast. Thanks for sharing. Hope you like it.